Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Today, let's finally have a look at Lucifer Ascension. And well, I guess some people ask why I call her Lucifer when she's called Lucy here. The reason for that is because the character that we know of as Lucifer, kind of the silver-haired guitar-playing guy, in the Japanese version, he is known as Satan. But that name wouldn't fly here in our English-speaking version. So they changed the character of that, the name of that character to Lucifer. But then after that, they released Lucifer in Japan. So that name was already taken for us, so the name was shortened to Lucy. I kind of wish that they went with something like Lucille or something like that. Just because Lucy sounds a little casual to me. A little too casual for a character that's like the most powerful in the game, that's like the face of Monster Strike. But whatever, I don't work there, so I'll deal. Alright, let's look at her stats. She is a blast type, and typically blast types, they take a hit on all of their stats. But that's not really the case for Lucy. If we look at her HP, it's a little over 21. So not that high. Her attack is much better though, it's about 24. And then her speed is respectable too, at a little over 300. Yeah, but you don't really use her for her stats. We'll look at her abilities. She is a bounce type, she has barrier and no damage wall. And she is the only character with barrier. And even in the advanced state that the Japanese version is in, she is still the only character with barrier. What barrier does is it blocks the first about 10,000 damage of every stage. So yeah, it soaks up the first 10,000 damage, and then it wears off. But when you beat that stage and you go to the next stage, it appears again. And it blocks the next 10,000 damage. And in addition to blocking damage, it blocks status effects, like poison, speed down, power down, ability lock. So yeah, it's amazing. So in that sense, she's a very defensive character. And yeah, she can take care of herself very well. Next up is her strike shot. It is a grand command strike shot. Whatever direction that you aim her in, all of her teammates will go in that same direction. And then, yeah, it is one of the best strike shots in the game, and there's only 4 guys that have it right now. And the one that she gets compared to the most is Kushinada. And there is some debate about whose strike shot is better of the two. And yeah, I can run down the differences real quick there. Lucy, when she uses her strike shot, she increases her teammate speed by 2.5. While Kushinada only raises the teammate speed by, actually decreases it by 0.05. And then for her own speed, however, Lucy increases her own speed by 5. Kushinada raises her speed by about 9. So yeah, Kushinada goes much faster, but Lucy makes her teammates go much faster. And then she also increases the attack. For Lucy, increases teammates' attack by 1.2, and then also her own attack by 1.2. While Kushinada increases her and her teammates' attack by 1.8. So yeah, I think Lucy is her Grand Command Strike Shot. It increases everything sort of more evenly overall, while Kushinada raises her own attack and stats higher. Of the two, I would probably say Kushinada has the better Grand Command Strike Shot, because she gets the plasma in there as well. But still, Lucy's strike shot is super duper good. Just having that, you know, in the chamber is enough to make you feel, you know, more comfortable in any situation you would be in. Yeah, she can really save your bacon. And then finally, the bump combo, which many people feel is her strongest characteristic. It's the energy circle L, and then the attack is increased because of her being a powered blast type. And so the attack power is 18,000, about 18,000, and that is a little bit more than a power type's one-way laser. So yeah, that's pretty darn good. So yeah, if you can imagine one-way laser in a 360 around you, that's very, very strong. The thing about that though is that the energy circle L, it has a very large radius. And so guys that Lucy is right next to, it might be, within that, or within the ring, and so they won't get hit. So Lucy is not very good for taking care of mobs that are, either close together or close to Lucy. And then, yeah, so for that reason, it does take a little bit of thought to use Lucy's bump combo the most effectively. It does take a little bit of positioning. You have to play kind of a mid-game, which can be tricky. For the one-way laser, for example, you can be anywhere, underneath a character. But Lucy, although you can be, left, right, or top and bottom, you do need to space yourself a little bit away in order to get the damage in there. But yeah, her barrier is so strong, and her strike shot is so strong, and her bump combo is so strong, that she can be taken almost anywhere, regardless of gimmick. She has the one gimmick, null damage wall, but in the case of, like, say, gravity barriers, she doesn't need to move very much. You just need to hit her with the teammates, and then you'll get the energy circle out. And then in warp stages, that can kind of mess up your positioning, but again, you just need to hit her with the teammates, and then you get the energy circle out. And then a lot of people say that mines are her weak point, because she doesn't have Minesweeper or flight. But even in mine stages, I would say that she's very usable. Her barrier can soak up 1 or 2 mines before it disappears. And yeah, just as I said before, you don't need to move her too much. You just need to position her in the right place, and then you can hit her with other guys. So yeah, even in mine stages, you can use her. And then, yeah, to look quickly, real quickly, at what stages she is good for, just to list impossibles, Izanami and Kushinada, even though she doesn't really address those gimmicks, she can go to those. And then stages where she does address the gimmicks, like Izanagi, Yamato Takeru, Ashura, Bishamonten, Marishiten, she can go to them all. And then, actually, I said this in a previous video, but she is one of the best for Hakuwa as well. And so the fact that she can go to almost any extreme mission also makes her very good for just going through missions to get a chance at Hakuwa. So yeah, pretty crazy. Alright, so I think that's enough explanation. We can move on to the stage now. And yeah, I was very much looking forward to her, because I can use her for this dark time trial. She's ideally suited for the time trial because the gimmick is damage walls, and then there's also a chance that people will ability lock you, and then her barrier can block that ability lock. Alrighty. I'm also using Uriel Evolution. She needs a new Able Berry, so we're bringing her. And then I'm using 2 Izanagis. He is my top pick for kind of a helper monster to get me through the Dark Time Trial. He has a Sprite Slayer, which works on the tree guy in the bonus stage, and then also the Wakarin that sometimes appears. He also has full resistance to take less damage from everything, and yeah, very strong bump combo as well. Okay, so here comes the boss. So yeah, if we look at Lucy's positioning, she was in just the right place to hit the robot underneath her, and then the weak point on Slash. So that did pretty good damage. Alright, so I think we blocked the ability lock there with Lucy's barrier, so that's pretty great. And so here in this situation, Lucy, her positioning would not hit the two guys down there with her energy circle. And then actually in this positioning here as well, it would not hit the robot guy. So she's a little bit of a dead weight at this moment. Okay, next stage. So if the weak point of Slash stays up there, then that will be good for Lucy's bump combo. I think we got it. I think we got it. Looked a little bit outside, but yeah. Okay, so now Lucy's in good position to hit everybody with her bump combo, so we can go ahead and hit her. Okay, we did not hit the snake on the lower right because the energy circle is too wide, but we hit everybody else. So yeah, very, very good. Okay, again, energy circle too wide to hit the snake. And yeah, for that, as the game goes on, and I'm looking at the Japanese metagame, the later stages, the placement of enemies, and then also the number of enemies, makes it so that Lucy's bump combo is not as effective. You're going to spend a lot of time with your guys near enemies, and so that really limits the usability of Lucy's bump combo. And later, there will be characters like D'Artagnan and who else? Oh, Gabriel, that have bump combos that can hit, you know, people, in Gabriel's case, very close to you, or in D'Artagnan's case, anywhere. It's like a homing shot. And then, yeah, Lucifer's bump combo, you know, it's set. So you need to work on her positioning. And so it's not really a weakness. It's just something that you need to play around and adjust to. But that doesn't stop the fact from her being super duper strong still, so. Okay, let's use Izanagi Strike Shot to get rid of this one little guy so that we can clear the field a bit for Lucifer's Strike Shot. Okay, and there we go. And let's see if we got a gold berry. Lots of time left on the time limit there. And there we go. Good. Alright, let's see what it is. Alright, just a normal S-class. That'll do just fine. And it is... Detox. This is one of the worst able berries for her. Because she has a barrier which blocks poison damage anyway. And then looking at the quests that she is good for, Poison does not come in play very much. But, you know, it's an S-class, so I'll take it for now. And I'll go back again, probably, and try to get her a different Ableberry. Okay, but that was my review of Lucy. Sorry it took so long. But yeah, I'll be very pleased to be using her in the future. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Take care.